Brilliance Audio presents Dark Power by Danielle Rose, performed by Frankie Corzo. Exhaustion settles over me like the cool caress of the sea. It comes in waves, much like the water, and with each assault, I am sinking deeper into those dark depths. But rather than fearing the unknown, I find myself envying the sunken ship and the lost souls at the bottom of the gorge, because I yearn for the silence and serenity that comes with the deep. The sea is merciless, consuming all in its path, but even a heartless mistress is a more favorable master than the rogue vampire who bears my father's face. I tell myself that I must stay awake, that granting my weary body even a moment's peace will lead to certain death, but the promise of rest, inching closer with each passing second, has my troubled mind and steely determination waning. Each blink takes longer than the last, and even though I am terrified that once closed my eyelids will never reopen, I am eager for the wholesome revitalization that only comes from sleep. Now, with several hours having passed since I discovered my father's secrets, I stand at the entrance to the cave, just far enough inside to avoid the sunlight beaming past me. The turidity of it webs toward me, threading through the darkness and writhing closer like billowing smoke. The heat is like thunder without lightning. It alone cannot hurt me, but that doesn't stop the warmth from gripping my neck like a noose. The fervor is suffocating, a promise of the sun's ultimate power over me, over us. I may not experience the juxtaposition of temperatures the way a human does, but I am well aware of its dire effects. The echoing sound of the rogue army nestled inside the belly of this labyrinth vibrates off the slick walls. Slime coats each grunt, each annoyed hiss, each nauseating slurp of rotten human blood, and the moist smack of it corrodes my senses. Still, I find myself listening intently, thinking about the vampires stationed here. I resent those who slumber, and I am nearly lulled to sleep by the mere sound of their steady breath. I envision their eyelids fluttering as they dream, whereas mine are becoming more paralyzed by the minute. Even though I am closer to nightfall, closer to escaping this prison, I still feel no safer than I did when I first arrived. Everything around me feels like a nightmare, like a weapon that can be used against me. From the slippery ground to the rocky walls to the irritable rogues. I am on borrowed time, and the longer I stay here, the less of it I have. I peer outside, shielding my eyes from the intense rays. The sweltering sun makes my skin sizzle, my nerves rapid fire with admonition, and even though I know this is dangerous, I can't stop myself as I move closer to the entrance, skirting the line between light and dark, between life and death. I have not experienced the midday sun since my transition. Only in my dreams, and sometimes in my nightmares, am I able to feel its rays penetrate my skin, to see the forest illuminated in such an invigorating light. Seeing it with fresh eyes, I am left awestruck by the world I no longer get to inhabit. There is a soft dew covering the ground, making the moss glisten like starlight. The fuzzy sparkle catches my eye, a glimmer in the daylight, and it twinkles, glowing brightly, as the brush twitches for movement. Behind the mound there is a rabbit. Its taupe-colored fur is speckled in dark markings. I can imagine running my fingers through the coarse texture, feeling its heartbeat against my palm. It ruffles through fallen twigs and decaying leaves to find sustenance, utterly unaware that it is in the presence of a hunter. Or maybe it knows I am here, and the sun has whispered assurances of my limitations. The critter looks at me, beady eyes homing in on the entrance to the cave. Its mouth is full of greenery, with tiny stalks threaded through its gapped teeth, and it keeps an eye on me as I watch it eat,